All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Wahara Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone, and peace and salutations out to the hopeful elect out here toiling in this truth. I'm Bathaka Moth, GMS Dallas, and I'm just coming back real quick, just to make a really quick point. Going into the dealing with the mark of the beast, and what that's actually going into, man. You know what I'm saying? Which we understand here at Great Millstone GMS, which we learned from our apostles, that mark, in which I'll get it in Revelation the 13th chapter, is charagma, man. It's a physical mark, which we now know is the RFID microchip, man. The microchip. That's the mark of the beast, man. But you have groups out here that's teaching that it's a spiritual mark. You know what I'm saying? Which that's just absurd to say the least. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to get it, because they go into Ezekiel, the 9th chapter, to try to make that point, which I'm going to get it, and I'm going to make some points about it to prove that's not they're two totally different marks, man. One is charagma. This one here in Revelations 13 and 16 is charagma. And the mark in Ezekiel, the 9th chapter, is thawa. Two totally different marks, man. It's not talking about the same thing. So that spiritual mark is dealing with the nation of Israel, the men, the elect, that's going to receive that reward, that exemption from the coming destruction. And this mark is the mark of charagma, a physical mark for that a carnal man with a temporary carnal blessing would bring, man, to upon the whole world. That'll get you destroyed. Two different marks. One is exemption, a reward to exempt you, that saves you from destruction, and one is going to get you destroyed, man. A physical mark that's going to get you destroyed, man. Two totally different marks. So it's time to wake up, man. Anybody listening to these cats, man, it's time to come out of the darkness, man, the madness, because it's absurd to say the least, man. These things have been broken down, beginning starting with our apostles on down, the elders, various brothers, throughout all the GMS camps, throughout the four corners, man, have broken this down in some form or fashion, man. And it's constant information coming out, videos coming out. And if you can't see, that the mark of the beast is the RFID microchip, man. The Most High has those blinders on you, spoken of in Isaiah, the 6th chapter, man. The Most High wants to kill you, man. That's it. At the end of the day, He didn't give it to you. It's given unto you, but unto them it's not given, man. Those and those, that's in Matthew the 13th chapter, Matthew the 19th chapter, and Matthew Salakia, and Mark the 4th chapter. You know what I'm saying? Matthew the 19th chapter says that believe around verse 11, all men cannot receive this saying save they to whom it was given, man. So you're not gonna be able to receive the mark of the beast being the chip if it wasn't given to you. Amos the 3rd chapter. You know what I'm saying? The Lord revealeth His secrets to His servants, the prophets, man. You know what I'm saying? The mysteries, Colossians the 1st chapter, verse 25, man, that had been the mysteries that had been hidden for ages and generations is now made manifest to His saints, man. Roughly paraphrasing. But these things are being revealed to the true prophets that the Lord is dealing with, man. You know what I'm saying? And of course, He's given this knowledge to many. But don't the scriptures say that? First of all, it says in Romans the 9th chapter, they are not all Israel that are of Israel. And then you have, I can't remember exactly where it is, but it says, I believe it's in the book of Matthew, many are called, but few are chosen. Can't remember exactly. Don't quote me on that. I can't remember exactly. I could pull it up, but it's not, I don't want to, it's, I'm just quoting it, But it says many are called, few are chosen. These cats have been called, they've got a job to perform. They've been called, but the chosen, those that are chosen, they're going to know that all the mysteries and secrets, man. So it's not that hard. But when you read this, I'm gonna read this. This is Revelations 13 and 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Now I want to make a couple of points here in dealing with this verse. First of all, it says he. Who is the he? Esau, because when you read up, it goes into, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. The image of the beast is this system, man. His whole setup, So we know that this is and the beast represents a NATO, the EU, America. You know what I'm saying? This current system, this current society, this setup, his kingdom. It's a beast system. It's a beast kingdom. You know what I'm saying? And his number is 6. It goes into all these things, man. But so he is talking about Esau. You know what I'm saying? So it says, and he, Esau, causeth all. Now I want to get into this. First of all, I want to get in this word all real quick, because we got to get some understandings going on here, man. This word all right here, G3956. Let him say it.
Strong's G3956. Pas.
Okay, so it's pas, man. And it says, outline of biblical usage, individually, each, every, any, all, the whole, everyone, all things, everything. That's all I need. That broke it down right there. That's everything. So he's got the all there is everything and everybody. This dude is chipping animals and the whole nine, man. You know what I'm saying? So now I want to get into this word cause it real quick. It's G4160. Let me let him say it.
Strong's G4160.
Poeo. So it's to make. That's all I need, to make you. So when you read this in context, Revelation 13 and 16, and Esau is going to make the whole, all, everyone, everything, all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. So it don't matter what sect of society you're in. He's going to make you all, everybody, everything, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. That mark is the mark of charagma. Let's go into that real quick, because we've done these, so I'm not going to go deep. We already know what these breakdowns, man. Where is that? The mark, G5480.
Strong's G5480. Charagma.
Yeah, charagma. And it says a stamp, an imprinted mark. The mark branded upon animals, horses, thing carved, sculptured, graven work. If you think about that word graven, it goes into to engrave something. If you take a watch to an engraver and say, I want a heart engraved, and I want I love you, Lillian, put on this watch, that hard surface, he's going to take this needle, this pen-like needle with a sharp point, and he's going to put it on the back of that hard surface, and it's going to dig into that hard surface and write on that surface. As a matter of fact, let's just go into this word real quick. Let's get a web search. Let's do a web search on it. Dictionary, graven, grave, verb, past participle, graven. Engrave, there it is, engrave, an inscription or image on a surface. Yes, a hard surface. So it's an inscription or image, engrave. So, like I was just explaining, he's going to take a needle point like tool, pen like tool, and he's going to carve into that hard surface, piercing, cutting the surface to leave that inscription in it. So it has to cut into that surface, man. It's got to be a point hard enough to cut into that surface and leave that inscription, that imprinted mark, man. You know what I'm saying? So this is not spiritual, man. This is very physical. That pale, the stake, which represents the needle, the xi in the chi-xi stigma, the medical field, the needle, man. That's the xi, and the stigma is to be pierced, man. Yahushai, that's dealing with Yahushai. That's that stigma when they pierced him on the when they put him on the cross, man. And put the stakes, those pails in his flesh. Same thing. Come on, man. That's what this is talking about. And that's why Paul said that he bears the marks of Yahushai. The piercings, man. Come on. This is not hard. This is a physical mark. And another point that I wanted to make, it says in Revelation 13 and 16, and he calls it all. He makes everything, the whole earth, everybody, all sects of society, both small, great, rich, poor, free, bond, whether you're in free society, locked up, whether you're living under a bridge or you're the richest thing on the planet, so-called, he's going to make you take a mark, the charagma, that pale, that stake, that piercing, that engraved or imprinted mark, that engraven image, that engraven thing, that RFID microchip being pierced into your skin, to receive that mark in their right hand or in their forehead. It did not say on, so it's not a tattoo. It's not a tattoo. It's not something that's going to be put on your skin. It says in their right hand. And that's not something that you're going to grab hold of. It's like, here, hold this. And you grab it in your hand. No, man, that's not what it's talking about. This is talking about this mark is going to be engraven, pierced, imprinted, pierced in their hand, in their right hand, or in their forehead. It's not a 666 stamp that's going to be stamped across your head. No, man, it's going to go in your head, in your hand. How in the hell can that be Christianity? How in the hell can that be white women? How can that be an embargo? Something that's going to be physically pierced, imprinted, graven in your hand or in your forehead. Come on, man. What does that got to do with white women? That's crazy as hell. What does that got to do with John 3:16 or Christianity? That's crazy as hell, man. It's time for you people to wake up, man. This is a physical, a carnal, physical left-hand mark given to a carnal, wicked man to try to put himself in a position to become the most high on earth, man, on the left-hand side by way of the left, his left-hand prophecies, man. You know what I'm saying? Which this is a prophecy of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? That's going to play out. But he's pulling this on the left-hand side, man. That left-hand priesthood is pulling this. This is not a spiritual thing. They're not spiritual. They're carnal. They're wicked. Why would the wicked deal with something spiritual? Come on, man. You have wickedness, carnality, and then you have righteousness, spirituality. You can't mix the two. Stop, bro. These people out, they bugged out their mind, man. So now let's go, since I made those points, now I want to go over here to Ezekiel, because this is where they like to run to try to make those points, to try to make their point. This is Ezekiel chapter 9 and verse 4. And Yahweh Bashem Yahushai said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. So he said, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem. Now, this is not talking about the actual land of Jerusalem. It's talking about the people, because you have to understand it's a people before it's a place. Let me make that point real quick, then I'll come back. So let me show you that real quick. This is 2 Maccabees chapter 5 and verse 19. And it reads, nevertheless, the Most High did not choose the people for the place's sake, but the place for the people's sake. I'm going to read that one more time. Second Maccabees 5:19. Nevertheless, the Most High did not choose the people for the place's sake. Yeah, I got this land over here. So now let me see. This land is so important to me. Let me see what's good enough to put in this land. Oh, okay, I'm gonna get these people. No, man. Even though that land is very important to the Most High, he just said, nevertheless, the Most High did not choose the people for the place's sake, but the place for the people's sake. I have these people. I chose them. This is my people. I love them. I put them above everything. Now, go get that land right there. That's yours. So it's about the people. It's not about the place, man. As a matter of fact, when you go back, well, let me make another point real quick. Let me prove something, because he chose the Israelites. Let's get that real quick in Isaiah. He chose the Israelites, which we now know are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians of Negro descent. Isaiah 44:1. Yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant, and Israel, whom I have chosen. So the Lord chose the nation of Israel. And what did he tell them in Deuteronomy, the 7th chapter and verse 6? Let's just continue to make the point. Deuteronomy 7:6. For thou art an holy people unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushai thy power. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. So he chose the Israelites to himself to be a special people. Let's continue to prove that's talking about the Israelites. When you go to Deuteronomy, the 1st chapter and verse 1, Deuteronomy 1:1, these be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel. Israel, it don't say no other people, the nation of Israel. So Moses spake unto all Israel on this side Jordan in the wilderness. That's all I need. Who was in the wilderness with Moses? Everybody knows that. Israel. So he was speaking to Israelites, man, to the Israelites. This is the book of Deuteronomy. That's the 1st chapter. So when you read over to the 7th chapter, keep it in context. He's still talking to the Israelites right here, man. When he tells them the Lord had chose them as a special people to himself above all people that are on the face of the earth, man. So he chose the nation of Israel. So now when we go back, and we just brought out in 2 Maccabees 5:19 that he chose the people, not the place. It ain't about the place, man. He chose the people. Ezekiel 9:4 in context now. And Yahweh Bashem Yahushai said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, the people, and set, which is going to explain it, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sign that cry. Does the land have a forehead? No, man, it says upon the forehead of the men, proving that city, the midst of Jerusalem, is talking about the people, man. And set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof, man, in the midst of our people, wherever we're scattered, because we've been scattered pursuant to Leviticus 23 Leviticus 26 and 33 and Deuteronomy 28:64, man. You know, we've been scattered among all these people. And there's other scriptures that go into it, though. That's just two that I quoted. But as you can see, this is a spiritual mark. This is a spiritual mark. There's not going to be any needles with this mark right here. He's talking to the angel. Go through the mist and set a mark. And what's that mark? This knowledge, man. You know, the knowledge we have that brings forth the names, you know, the understanding of who you are again, man. We're Israelites, man. You know what I'm saying? From whatever various tribe that we may be from, but we know we're Israelites, man. You know, we have the names. We know the names. You know what I'm saying? We know who those people consist of now, man. We know that we have enemies and who they are now, man. All of these things is part of that mark, that exemption. You know, that's why we're signing crime, because we know we're in fucking captivity. Salakia. I get a little, you know what I'm saying? Salakia. We know we're in captivity, but again, if it offends, get the hell away from here. Get out of here, man. You know, this channel ain't for the weak, man. If you weak natured, get out of here, man. Kick rocks, beat it. You know what I'm saying? You can change the channel, man. You know, I'm gonna start saying that in all my videos, man. You know, if this ain't for you, it's not for you. This is for whom it is for, man. You know, the elect. That's all we're worried about. We're trying to get the elect sealed, man. And everything is gonna move from there, man. You know, but again, you know, this is that spiritual mark. So let me go into this. Let me go into this word mark real quick. You know, because when you go into this mark, it's the Wah. Totally different mark from Charagma. A mark. H8420. What is that? Yeah, Thawa. That mark is Thawa. Thawa. And there it is right there. A mark as a sign of exemption from judgment. Two different marks, man. You know, and this mark is totally dealing only with the men that sigh and that cry among the nation of Israel. Come on, bro. You know, that's what this mark is dealing with. The other mark is dealing with the whole globe, everyone, the whole, everything, all, everybody. Wicked mark. That's an actual physical mark piercing the skin. This mark is a spiritual mark, two different marks. This mark is dealing with the nation of Israel, the why, exemption from judgment, spiritual mark, sign and crying, us out here trying to warn our people, blowing that trumpet, telling them to turn from their transgressions, come back to the will and way of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, to their power, to their culture and heritage as Israelites, you know, giving them the names. You know what I'm saying? All of these things, that brotherly love, everything that's within this doctrine and knowledge is going to get that the why, that exemption, man. But these boy, man, they want to make this the same as this, you know. And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. Come on, man. No, it didn't say anything about hands in the Ezekiel the 9th chapter with that spiritual mark of exemption. It says put in the foreheads, because that's the knowledge in your brain, man. This one is talking about putting a mark in your brain as well, but it's a physical mark, the chip, man. But this mark, that mark is the why of exemption. This mark is charagma of death, man, because he's going to tell you destruction right here in the next chapter, Revelations 14:9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his right hand or in his hand or in Salakia, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand. Didn't say right. So that means any hand. So really anywhere in your body, man, you receive this devil's mark. You're through. Verse 10, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. He shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the mark, man. That's the mark of the beast, man, which is the chip, man. And you're going to see, because the chip has everything to do with buying and selling, man. You know what I'm saying? That's not Christianity. That ain't got white. That's not white women. It's not a credit card or a cell phone, man. Come on, man. You can leave all that alone. You can walk away from Christianity. You can walk away from a white woman. You can walk away from cell phones and credit cards. You can leave all that alone. But if by that same knowledge, if it's sin, you know, because I forgot about sin. It's another one. They saying it's sin. They ain't got nothing to do with sin. If it's sin, we're all through, man. Come on, man. Somebody is going to be saved. It's written. Stop with y'all's madness, man. Come out of that crap, man. You know, but hey, you're going to be destroyed. It clearly says if you receive this mark in your right hand or on your forehead, you're going to be destroyed. It's not a spiritual thing. The mark of the Wah is a mark of an exemption. We just read it, man, and went into the words, you know. So stop, man. You know, but hey, man, I just wanted to do a quick, just to make those points, man. These people are bugged out and ridiculous. They're through, man, you know. But hey, it's set up that way, you know. The 2/3 got to be sealed, just like the 1/3. So it's all part of the movie, and so hey, it's got to happen, man. So you know, hopefully this was edifying to the whole elect. With that, giving all praise, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Warakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect, the house of David, the Bayath, Shah Dawadah, Shalom.